job, buddy. P1 right there.
Everybody, I'm going to compete with the good job, buddy, because we ain't done nothing yet. We're about to do something, though. We're going to go down there and kick that dog you hear in the background. It is the No-Toad Arca Thursday night throwback. We did this on Monday. We also did it in a lot longer time than what you are going to witness. This is Arca. This is Old Daytona. Old Daytona. Legacy Old Bumpy. Kind of looks like my belly in a bikini. Don't ask me why I'm wearing a bikini. I just am. We are going to run... You're going to see probably 25 laps of it. You're going to see the wrecks. You're going to see some pit stops. You're going to see some close stuff. It's plate racing. Everybody loves plate racing. So let's get to it. We're going to have some cars. These cars will be coming on track. We are going to be pointing at these cars as soon as we start getting them, and we're going to try and find our pole sitter, Mr. Michael McCuskey. Took himself a trip to the front. And everybody's on pit road, so we'll go ahead and switch over here. Everybody has loaded up, and we are going to run through. Once we do a quick hi to this and a show of that, and we're going to go ahead and let the ticker roll across here and ruin the surprise. But Mr. McCuskey has parked her on the pole. Outside in one of the black bullets is Sid, who is horrible. Kashishian. You've got Jason, super sticky fingers himself, super ultra horrible for not going along with the black car scheme. And there is the guy that you won't hear on this because he's busy racing. Kyle Sexy Waltrip Gretsch. Christopher Harrison, the Mimsy Motorsports. That car is nothing but a bunch of glorious carbon fibers. Scott McCarris, who was apparently a little late getting here today. Gary Sargent. Why is he not showing? Well, boy, we're just missing everybody now. Let's go ahead and see if we can pop back here. There's Sarge on your right-hand side of your screen. Johnny Brugg is front and center. We've got Nick Biddy, who does a sweet Lightning McQueen impression. I'll see if maybe we can get a still picture of that up here for you before this video is over. Roy, the runner-up to Ollie, our champion last season, Hyde. We've got William Mann. Old Spice, Shake and Bake. Next to him, Joe David. Then David Fight. I'm going to call him Fight because me and him fought on the track. I've actually wrecked him twice already, so that kind of is bad. Cliff Coravu. AJ Binish. And then we went back. Everybody started moving, and so did my ticker. Kyle Rusinko. Rob the Paint. Or the Beard, Hottenbach. We'll jump back here to Michael Redding, Dustin Barton, one of the Black Bullets, James Lawson, one of the Black Bullets, Dwayne Cook, Budweiser, Dale Jr. Scheme, Mr. Isaac DeGener, Al Rafter Corey, Ben Dewberry, Matt Piracini. Hey, what am I doing there? That's weird. There's John Barton, another one of the Black Bullets. His is a little shinier than mine. Look at that. How come his is shiny and mine's not? JB, you have some splaining to do. Anyway, the Nodge. The only reason we're doing this video, the Nodge has fans. Speaking of fans, Mike Coravu claims to have a fan. Actually, we know him. We have talked to him. He has been featured on broadcast before. Hey, buddy, check this out. You don't got to stay up and be late for school now because it'll be over quick. Heading off to the Hubba Bubba, sticks to the walls and sticks to the track and sticks to other cars. You know, bubblegum. It's sticky. And Alan Dixon is starting shotgun on the field. I'm going to roll these guys around here. The pace car is coming off. We're going to ride along with your pole sitter, Michael McCuskey, that brings him up through the gears. Off into turn one. Looking back at Sexy Waltrip and Sticky Fingered Benson. We got a little skid mark on the side of his car. And that's a shiny Black Bullet. I see a not shiny Black Bullet. I'm not real sure what's going on with that. Down the backstretch we go for the first time. We've got 86 of these to do. The 65 of Scott McCarse is in the wall and dropping back. If he picks up any more trouble along the way. Oh, catches the 71. Oh, they are falling like rocks. We have got Coravu down. He's got some issues happening there. We're going to see if we get anything coming up caution-wise. Does not appear that we're going to get anything. We got two hobbled cars. Boy, McCarse has got looks like he's got a cockpit full of his nose cone. That sounded dirty. That really wasn't supposed to sound dirty. He got some sort of weird aerodynamic tweak he's trying here that doesn't seem to be helping him at all. How that thing got through his windshield. Oh, wait, there you go. Smacked the ball again. That got rid of it. Back to the front. So, see there on the tracker, we have broken up the pack. This may be good. Kuski gets shuffled back. He's 3 wide and falling back. We've got the 66 of Lawson there just coming up off the tri-oval as the main pack is entering turn 1. So there is a biggie time, big. I don't know. I'm just trying to make it that, yeah, there's a big gap. We're working lap 3, and you see how far back that other set of cars is. We'll jump on here with James, and we'll look off of his top and just see how far away that looks to them. As Redding is going to work around on the outside and get the momentum. Him and Piracini is on the outside, dropping low. Telling James, hey, thanks for the effort, but no thanks. See, looks like we got the injured vehiculars are down on pit road. And there's James. James got a flat black bullet. But we're going to have, these guys are going to stay single file for the most part. You know, doing single file sort of things. And while they're doing single file sort of things, easy for me to say, we got the front pack that's going to do everything that they can to try and fight amongst themselves and be side by side as Benson takes out into the lead. Got Roy Hyde, who was the runner-up last season. Ollie, he decided that he wasn't going to run tonight, or I don't know. He wouldn't be eligible for points being the previous season's champ. So Champ Ollie decided he's going to just hang out and find something else to do on Monday night instead of going to Daytona with the rest of us boys. But overall, clean start. You know, Pat got broke up. Of course, you lose. The $1 million word here is momentum. You lose a lot of momentum in that pack when you don't have, you know, all 33 vehicles in it. Whitfield, I don't think took the green, so I think we had 32 start. But we're definitely down some cars right off the get-go. Macaris and Coravu are there. Sutherland also showing out. I don't know. We had a lot of blinks in the field throughout the course of the race, so I don't know who all's got them. I don't know what happened to make them happen. We're right on here. Gonna check out that Stay Puft, and then we're gonna hop on with McCuskey and look at the back of Roy Hyde's car with Rob off to the side. We'll switch over. What's in here? Oh, back to Nick Biddy. We're looking at one of them cheating Yodas. That's the official name of the Toyota Camry, is a cheating Yoda. At least on iRacing. Take a look on the back here. Hi, everybody. We've got a Coors Light Dodge Charger back there. Love to see Dodge back in NASCAR. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, hint, hint. I have one out front. Please make one. I want to race a car like mine. So keep in mind, we got an awesome Nick Biddy moment that will be happening. Before we skip ahead, we're going to jump through and take a look at some guys who are defying the odds. Rob Hottenbach in his Beer Mobile is up 10 positions. He's currently running 8th, which, you know, side by side, that's going to change. Roy Hyde and Johnny Brugg are up 7 and 8 spots respectively, just depending on, which that'll move them back with Benson and Sexy Walter going around them. We've got Isaac is up 10 spots from the beginning. Mike Coravu up 14 spots from the beginning, up to 18th, which that math tells me he started 32nd. So look at me go. Go math. Mrs. Ziegler would be proud. Math are easy. And while we've got Coravu up here, I am doing a public service. These are not ran broadcasts live. I am sorry. I hate to break everybody's heart. However, what we have done is we have now prevented Coravu's son from being in trouble for sneaking his iPad into bed and watching the broadcast. So, buddy, you're welcome. So he gets to watch a condensed version and maybe cheer on Dad or yell at him and say, "Hey, why'd you wreck?" Because that's what I would do. Right on board here with him for just another second. Gonna jump up here. The Piracini Mobile is up a dozen, as I was saying. Alex Goff, those sticky bubblegum tires. Him and Lawson, Lawson. Wow, I'm going to call Benson everything but his real name. Jason Benson and Alex Goff taking the. We're going to get some stickum and put on our cars and see if that makes us go faster. So far, so good. And an early shout out, the Nodge. He's just lurking. He's back there lurking. He's seeing who's doing what he needs to do. Hanging out back there with Raptor. I guess I could broadcast Jinx Raptor now, and it really wouldn't change it. I know how he actually finishes. If I say that I think he's going to win, and then somehow he doesn't finish the race, I've altered time. That would be pretty sweet. But anyway, folks, we are going to move forward in our coverage due to we're just making green flag laps here, so we will catch you in a few laps. And we are on with the 18s, the back of the front pack here, lap 26. So we've jumped for about 16 laps, and you know what this means. Ominous music plays in the background. Ominous music sold separately. But anyway, Isaac is tooling around here. The back of the front field has really been a lot more active than the back, who's trying to stay single file. And just trying to turn some laps. We'll go up here and shake and bake. Got a little blink out. 18 was one of them that was blinking on us quite a bit. We got, all I can think of was Dale Brennan. We got, I think I see a finger slingshot being held up in that back window. I think we're trying to go slingshot engage. Slingshot disengage! Disengage! Oh, man, around we go. The 47 and the 18. You do not bump draft Arca cars. That is what happens. The back end picks up and you dump whoever it was you were trying to bump draft. Oh, humanity. That is just the things that happen. Oh, we've learned a lesson. We'll go up here. We have got ourselves a caution. Johnny Brugg is the leader at lap 28. Gonna let everybody catch up to him in the pace car. Big time break. He's look at how much, we had grown the gap a little bit there to that 31. Of course, they're catching the wounded 18, where Brugg's down the middle of the backstretch here from our handy-dandy track map, brought to you by Track Map People for SDK Software, racing.org.net.com, something. But anyway, everybody will get wadded back up. We'll have a whole pack for the first time in the race, really. I mean, we only got about 3/4 of the way through the first lap. We had some issues that broke up the field. So 28 laps to go. We're nearing the end of a fuel cycle. We're honestly couldn't time this a whole lot better. So we will get some takers onto pit lane, and we'll watch them come rolling on by. Or we'll just sit here and watch nothing until they show up. Because, that's interesting too. But we got the field starting to roll on in. And under caution, it would be a gigantic oddity for somebody to wreck coming in under caution, and it appears as though we're not going to have any gigantic oddities here. You know, a little bit of tire smoke from the 18 involved in the wreck, but you know, that poor car's had a bad day. So McCuskey slides forward a little bit in the pits. Old Daytona is Old Pit Road Daytona, and you can see from all the markings on it that that's all sealants. And Kyle and Brugg drag race out. We got one of the black bullets with sticky fingers doing a drag race on the way out. McCuskey, that little slide cost him a lot. Whole lot getting out through the cycle. So where we're going to be stacking up here is Al Corey stayed out. He tried to steal himself a leading lap, but let's give him some TV time, because I mean, if you're gonna be brave, you deserve to get some TV time. Canadian Tire, But I'm guessing maybe that's what they do for their logo. I don't know. It's hard telling. Anyway, so Raptor's gonna have to come down and make his pit, which then will take Brugg and Gretsch, put them back on the front row with Kashishian and Benson behind them. Rusinko Harrison will make up row 3. Biddy and Hyde, attorneys at law, will be the 4th row. And David and Sargent will round out the top 10. So, we're going to let Rafter make his pit stop. Kind of flip through here and see kind of chunks of who we got. Looks like we got decent looking cars up front. Doesn't look like we got a whole lot of damage. We kind of flip around through the field and just look for weird, you know, smoke and tire damage. A lot of things with this race was you get down on the flat there and it makes your left front look like it's broke, so it looked like the car's just dragging sparks. It's just some sort of a iRacing glitch is really all it is. Not a big thing, but when you're running with somebody, it really kind of grabs your attention. We're getting them up 2 by 2. So we can load them up on the Arc. And run back here, and there is 18 still blinking, and I think right here Slider will actually catch the blinks from the 18. He ended up actually backing out later in the race. Had some issues and lost connection for a minute and a lap in the process. Had to pop the hood on it, pull a spark plug, kick it, do the old technical tap, and brought it back. And he come in to finish up the race. We got Cal Naughton Jr. Why I couldn't remember that earlier, or why I don't re-record this, so I just say it like I'm supposed to, but this is the kind of honesty you guys get. And I'll tell you, this is the second recording of this, because streaming setup versus recording setup for some reason seems to be different, so I had to go back to old setup to get this to work, because you guys wouldn't have heard nothing but me, and Lord knows we don't need that. I guess when all you're doing is listening to me anyway. So there's a quick flip around through everybody still on the track. And we're going to go back up here and we're going to switch up. We're going to kick this off. We're going to go back to the top crawler. And we have got a green flag, lap 31. Jump around, do some car-to-car, hopping around here. We'll see who we're on with. We're on with Rob Hottenbach right now. He's back. He's about 14th there, 13th, 14th. Several rows back, so we got a good view off the front of him coming down the back stretch. We got a good view down the back, and as we can see now, we got us a pack. And we got pretty much a whole lot of a pack. We got a whole lot of a pack. So we'll fire off the 18. The Arca cars had enough horsepower. Generally speaking, what we would do is on if you run the trucks or you run the Xfinity especially, you just keep the foot in the floor and you just drag your brake a little bit to kind of modulate how far back from a car you are. These, you crack the throttle. Being back in the draft, I think I had picked up a little over a lap over some of the guys that I was running with, just running 2/3 throttle most of the time. Some of the guys up front, I actually had almost, I think at one point I think I had 3.1 laps more than the guy leading, because you know you're out front, you got to keep your foot down. If you're not the one leading, you can do whatever you want as long as you stay up on the car behind you. There's our pole sitter, Mike McCuskey. We got Joe David hanging out there with him. There's a pretty good gap, and you see especially there on David how he creeps up off of 4. Yet another awesome thing about Old Daytona, you develop a push real quick off of turn 4. The older the tires get, on one hand it gets worse, but the whole car seems to start sliding by then. So you're just kind of in a 4-wheel slide, and it kind of seems like it gets easier to do. Top lane does seem to be smoother. The middle is smoothest. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo, Barton. You wag the tail of the dog like that and come back to tell the tale you deserve to be on the side of a pirate ship. Barton. I've always wanted to say their name like that, and I waited till now to drop that knowledge on you. This is what happens when I don't have Kyle to try and keep me normal. We'll watch up front here for a little bit. Watch us. The sexy Kyle, or the sexy Walter Mobile by Kyle Gretsch, working on Rocket Man Johnny Brugg for the point. We've got Kyle Racinko lined up behind Kyle, so really I think this is unfair. We've got like a Kyle hookup here. We don't have 2 Johnny Rockets. So instead what we got is a Christopher Harrison who is pushing Johnny Rocket along. They come up on Matt Piracini, whose cheap Canadian internet had failed him again. And these are the things that happen. You know, blown tires, you get a transmission stuck in high gear, your internet blips out. Things happen when you're trying to iRace, or in general e-racing. Front of the field, still 2x2 on a track that is hard to do 2x2. Jump into Kyle's cockpit here and see if we can hear this car bottoming out. Didn't catch it through there. 3 does have a bigger dip in it, we'll call it. So we'll see if we can't make this a little more pronounced for you guys. You hear the tires scrubbing along anyway. Trust me, it's a handful. The entire track is a handful. We're gonna buzz along here. We're gonna buzz off, and we're gonna pop over into Christopher Harrison's roof for a second. We'll watch and see what it looks like from the nose of him here. While we're still just side by side, and this is what you do lap after lap after lap after lap. And then the Hornet's Nest behind Christopher, who is led by Roy Hyde and Nick Biddy, and other Kyle Racinko. So we have got back up to speed. We've got a few laps under our belts. Everybody's made our pit stops. You know what that means? We'll see you in a second. A little further down the lap counter. And here we go. I was just getting cozy on my break. Nodge had pit trouble. He is going to need to be lapped by the field. Chris Harrison just touched the wall. Oh, Harrison's in the wall again. Roy Hyde's in Harrison. Oh, no! Big one. Oh, dear. That's a big one. We've got wadded up cars all over the place. Roy Hyde's damaged. The Christopher Harrison mobile is beat down. Ooh, doggies. That ain't cool. Well, I mean, it's kind of cool for us. I mean, we didn't get hit in it. Nodge is going to do the old Daytona staple. Ye who started it gets away with it. Nodge is going to get away from that one. And not really. Everybody just scoots up a little bit and got a little close to the wall. And I've said that wall, man, it's that drunken woman at 2 a.m. at the bar. She's going to grab onto you and not let go. And these are the things that happen. Check. Harrison looks pretty beat. Ben Dewberry. Well, he doesn't look like he might not have got into that, so I say he's good. He may not say he's good, but I think he is. McCuskey, let's see if he's looking like he's damaged at all. No, McCuskey's looking good. We'll see who sends themselves on into pit road here. That may give us a better idea about who got into this. Of course, a lot of people are just going to stop and top up the tank, too. It's been a few laps. And this is definitely going to be whoever can run this thing out. I mean, let's face it, it's super speedway. We're going to have some pretty gnarly looking stuff at the end. Looking through the top speed chart, 203, 204. I mean, this is easy enough that I did 203 even. Al Corey with 203 mile an hour. Dustin Barton and Michael McCuskey both had a 204 mile an hour lap or top speed. So, I mean, these cars get up and do some hauling when you got a draft on them. So it's feeding time at the zoo. Got some ins, got some outs, got some tires, got some sit around and get some cars fixed. We got some mess. It's just, all in all, it's a mess. John Barton had tried to do some trickery to get a stay out and lead a lap also. We're going to get everybody wound back out. And it looks like the Kyle and Kyle show right now, currently, while we're on the Kyles. Kyle Racinko up 15 spots. Isaac DeGener is up 18 spots. Rob the Beard Hottenbach is up 11. This weirdo is up 20. Michael Redding is up 10. Al Corey's up 13. Dustin Barton's up 10. Alan Dixon, Slider, is up 12. And to show you that it kind of doesn't matter so much, McCuskey is down 16. Benson's down 13. Makaris, he had that early trouble, so he's down 14, but we won't take anything away from him for that. It's a plate track after all. Daytona, of course, you need to handle. You need to kind of be able to race somewhat normally, but on the other end of it, you kind of got to be able to draft too. I mean, this place ain't Talladega. That's for sure. So we're going to get everybody wound back up, lined up 2 by 2. Right here and see if we get a tight formation or not off of everybody. Hi, Kyle. Hi, Kyle. Both Kyles telling each other hi. Liquid Death Mountain Water. Well, that sounds tasty. I obviously hadn't read that hood until just then. So coming down here, we are getting close to working to halfway. It'll be official race in case it starts raining, or I lie to you and tell you it rained. You're not going to know the difference. Got the Pit Pace Mobile car, kind of like the Pope Mobile, only it's for pacing, so it's like the Pace Pope Pit Mobile. We'll be peeling off the track this time by, and we will get back underway to make a few more laps and then actually get to racing at the end to see who's going to walk away with this thing and, crash a bunch and do Lightning McQueen impressions and the like. That's what we do. Green flag comes back out, working lap 42, 1 to go till halfway, and the 18 is so excited about it, he just decided to disappear for a second. Got Nick Biddy on the outside behind Kyle Gretsch, and then I believe that would be the 6 car of Joseph David on the outside, and we got Gary Sargent behind them. Get the boys up to speed. Of course, now we're up in 4th gear, actually getting some draft going, getting the cars lining up, and letting them start to eat. Getting down the back straightaway. We've already got a little bit of a breakup on this. The back really didn't get that great of a start, and then immediately saw that the front stayed 2x2 and was swapping low to high. And knowing how that push up off of 4 is, just decided to go ahead and hang back a little bit and let these guys get it out of their system. Halfway in the Daytona 86 laps, because Sid's bad at math, 2nd edition. An old lumpy, bumpy Daytona on No Toad Racing Network. The No Toad Racing League Arca series runs Monday nights. And Slider's starting to catch his blinks there. See on a little further back in here. We got respectful distance. Sarge is going 3 wide. What are you doing, Sarge? Man, guy acts like he runs the lead. Oh, man, how do you come back from that? Oh, mod hacks. Gary Sargent, mod hacks. I'm calling him out right now. He fully cheats. You don't get a car that sideways and bring it back. Still 3 wide. Gonna take her off into 1. All right, Sargent's had enough of that tomfoolery, or his mod hack timer is running out, so he's got to get back on the bottom and fall in line. Nick Biddy's gonna jump back down there as we got a 4-car breakaway. Well, that is something you just don't see a whole lot of. You get 4 cars that are committed to staying front to back, and they leave each other until the 4 cars behind them come up. And then Rob, looks like Rob wants to pass him. Rob says, hey, let's try this. And that's going to break up the group. And like so many super groups, once you lose a couple of the key members, you just fade off into oblivion. So these guys will just drop to the back until Joseph, David, and company catches up, in which they will have a problem. They ain't going to have a hole to go down into. They're rabbits without a home. And it actually looks like David's actually just going to be able to pull back up in here, especially when these things are side by side. They've got such a massive vacuum of air. It's so easy to pull up into. These are some of the best fun as far as drafting cars on iRacing. I've got to give them that. There are a few things I like better than super speedway racing with these cars. That push off of 4, though. 18 still got that push off of 4. And with that, we're back up. We've got some excitement out of the way, so you know what this means? We will catch you in a few. And as the field heads back off into turn 1 again, we're getting down to 25 laps to go at the end of this lap. We've got 6 rows side by side by side by side by side by side. And then we've got the back stragglers have pretty well figured it's not if, it's when. Johnny Brugg is going 3 wide under Sarge. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. I'm not sure which one's which in this scenario, but somebody's a goose, and I have no idea what a gander is. But anyway, we're rolling on through here. We got the Kyle and Kyle show with Johnny Brugg, Hottenbach, Sarge, Redding, Biddy, Mann, McCuskey, Hyde, David, perusing in and out of the top 10. And I know that was 11 of them. But we still got just side by side. They've been this way pretty much all day. We just can't seem to get away from each other. And we're rolling around. We got 25 to go down the Daytona super stretch, off into turn 3. Try and put a bow on this thing. So we got the 98. 98 slowing down. The 31's into him. 47. Honk honk. And off we go. Roy Hyde gets some help from the Bud car. Piracini takes the 31 and sends him on a pirouette. Oh, that was a pretty good one. Put some ballerina shoes on him for that, too. And around he goes. And we are going to reuse some of the earlier no-car sounding stuff, because if you guys want to see this, I really can't take the time to re-record everything you saw. So, we will be back for the green. Back at it with 19 laps to go down the super stretch into turn 3. as you can see, business is picking up. And the 77's blinking, the 8 has blinked, everybody's blinked. It just is a blink fest. So we come off 4, we get the little push. Oh, trouble in the back. We got 31 around. Macaris, no! Oh, Scott gets it all around. Redding is around. I'm around. I can't get it going again because I suck, so I gassed it too hard and I turned back into him. So Redding, absolutely 100% on me. I have no talent whatsoever. I mean, really, there it looked like he was coming to turn me, and he probably should have. That would have only been fair. So we're going to go up here. See that Kyle Gretsch is the leader of the race. And I have plenty of video footage of these couple on boards that don't have some sound with them, but as I said, if you guys want to see this thing, we're just going to have to go. We will catch you on the backside of some replay theater from the big one. Well, actually, that wasn't the big one. I mean, that was honestly a pretty small one. But we will be back after these crashigas. Alrighty, here we go. Off through first and second turn, 12. That'd be a dozen laps to go for our Daytona 86 from the NTRL. Oh, leaders of the wall. This isn't going to be good. How about we slow-mo theater this? We need some of that, like some Swan Lake. Da 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 dun 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 dun. Just watching everybody in their dog wreck, because that's what everybody is doing. Is just wrecking, spinning, clogging up everything. And there's AJ Benish about to get the, Budweiser. Now we got a Mountain Dew Budweiser hybrid. We got, let's see, that's a 24, and is that the 6 that is in that? Or I guess not in that, actually. I think that might be Ben Dewberry that stopped. Yep, Dewberry stopped. Boy, that's a lot of carnage. The 77 is wadded up, ruined. I think we got some of it here with Redding. Looks like the Nodge might have maybe got through that. So we got some replays that we will hit on this one, and then we'll jump back for the last few laps. We are on the outside lane here. We're riding with Johnny, and you see Kyle to the left. You can see Kyle just creep a little. Too much creeping. Oop, Gilligan. Oh, hey, hey, I know that guy. Sorry. Oh, my bad. Pardon me. Excuse me. Pardon me. Gonna do some. Oh, hey, Sid. Well, you're horrible anyway, so whatever. Christopher Harrison misses out on one hit at least. Not sure who that was hanging to the left, but apparently they wanted to go test the structural integrity of the front wall, or the inside wall. Oh, it was a 47. Shake and baked himself off into the grass. Koravu's down on the flat and all beat up and feeling bad about himself. Shakes up the standings. Oh, man. Who doesn't love plate racing? This is the stuff that just makes you wake up in the morning and, I don't know, demand to pour beer on your cereal. Thanks, Rob. You gave me that idea just now. I mean, not pouring beer on your... Well, yeah, okay, he did. Anyway, that's probably how he grew that beard. So, we are coming in. We got 11 to go. Call it 10 and a half. We're halfway through this lap. So, we're going to have 10 to go. Another round of pit stops. And I cannot stress this. 10 to go with pit stops means we're going to have single-digit laps when we come back to green. And we will come back to green in just a moment. We are going to play with the slow motion. Here we come, and there we go. There comes Biddy. There's Hottenbach. There goes Sarge. Biddy really, he got her straightened back up real quick. The 98 and the 78 touch catches that, and then watch that pirouette. That is absolutely fantastic. That may be my favorite thing ever. Loses its tire. Tire puts itself back on because that's just what tires do, I guess. The 46 goes back around through there. We're going to come up on Michael Redding. See the 7, the 33 getting into it back there. The Nodge just rolling on through, smoking his pipe, drinking a beer, pinky finger in the air. All right, we're going to watch kind of me here. It looks like I was sort of about the center of this thing. We get a checkup up front. I get on there, and look, oh, hey, Kyle done did me dirty. Pushed me off. Check this out. Look, I'm just taking the chicane. That's all I'm doing. Oh, yep, we're good. The 11's dying around me. Hot box dying. I'm just going to come back out here, back out of the bus stop, grab a gear, and pretend like nothing happened. I am simply on the road course, folks. You come to the green with 8 laps to settle everything that needs to be settled. We've got Rob Hottenbach sitting on the pole at the moment with Michael McCuskey to the outside. Sargent, Biddy, Rosinko, Benson, DeGenier, David, Macaris, Corey are the top 10. James Lawson sitting there in the 11th. He is looking to have a career day in the No Toad Racing League. Got David Feit, who is a newcomer to the league, sitting next to him. Ben Dewberry, Dwayne Cook, Christopher Harrison, rounding out the top 15. Oh, this is go on the leader. The beginning green, wait till the green. But from there on, you go on the leader. So we're going to have Hottenbach come down here. I like how the wheels are the color of the old school beer can lids. They got that golden to them. Good times there. Greening it up, and we are off. 8 laps to go to decide this thing. Sarge is going to be up underneath the Hottenbach beer can. Got McCuskey and Biddy, who are, both pretty aggressive. They will absolutely, put it in there and try and make a move. That's what she said. Whew, we got to the end before I got one of them in there. Ooh, double, that's what she said. And then we got the 18, a.k.a. Isaac, fighting here with other Kyle. Because you've noticed that we're missing a Waltrip mobile. He's back there. It's on the right of your screen. Jason Benson has moved up into the top 10. So has Rafter. Wow, look at that. It's the end of the race, and you got a Rafter up front. He says he's not any good at doing this. Got to move to the inside. Little smoke there. The 18 gets up into the 46. Gives him a little bit of a love tap. Kind of get a no harm, no foul there. Do some hopping on here. Ride around. Hottenbach has got the world on his shoulders. Or possibly just on his back bumper. Either way, Rob's got a lot of company. He should definitely not feel alone. Got these boys cooking down the back straight. One more time, we are coming to half a dozen to go. That'd be a 6-pack, and we got a beer car in the lead. It's just like things sometimes work out. Switch around here. Come down, and who's going to lead him at the stripe? We're going to be side by side, and it is going to be the Beermobile by a hair. We got Lawson is still up there lurking. We've got a lurking Lawson alert. And behind him, we've got a number 8 Budweiser Chevrolet that looks like he is all about trying to push some Black Bullet up to the front. Now, everybody has got somewhere to go, yet nowhere to get there. Sarge gets into Biddy. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, the 78 does a pirouette. And Hottenbach, oh yeah, Hottenbach's decided that he's just done with it today. I go ahead and just take the high road there and just pretend like I'm driving on the road course. Whew. Wow. Okay. So, that was a thing. So let's jump into our errored. We're finally getting replays. Well, let's see if we can get this to come up. This is on board David Feit. And he will be the 11 right here, the Coors Light Mobile. And everybody starts wrecking. Everybody's wrecking in front of him. Wrecking to the side of him. He gets on the brakes, and guess who didn't? Actually, the replays will show you what happened. And it was not his fault. Well, I guess I wouldn't really mind either. And there goes the field wrecking by. There's some more guys out of the driver's side window. Oh, dear. Kids these days. We just can't have anything nice. We'll hit a few more replays, and then we'll be back for a green-white checkered. And here we go. Pace car is going to peel in. We are going to have 2 laps to decide this. We're going to go green. We're going to come back around and go white. And God willing, we come back around and we go checkered. But this is checkers or wreckers Daytona. McCuskey is going to pull them in, going to get them going. On a replay, I have to change that block yellow to green. That's why we haven't been seeing the yellow switch to green. So that is on me, and I just now realized it. So there we go. We've got a mangled mess at the back. We got cars everywhere. And we're going to go 3 wide for the lead again. We've got Biddy under the 18 and just above the 45. Rafter and Benson. Will they hook up and push their way to the win? Or the lead? Uh-oh, nope, we're wrecking behind them. Oh, that gonna pull out a caution? It does not appear so. Here we come, down to the last lap. We are going to solve this thing one way or the other. And uh-oh. Oh no. Everybody's in it. Nobody likes what they see here. Oh, let's just take them all out. Oh, Slider takes out the Budweiser car. It's a Coke on Bud violence. An anticlimactic finish. But wait. There's still racing to be done. The green has stayed out. We do not have a caution. Johnny Brugg is your leader and still rolling. He was basically fine with it. Roy Hyde is coming around in second with other Kyle Rosinko running in third. And these 3 are going to come across the stripe, first, second, and third. Sargent's going to come across fourth. Dustin Barton's going to gain 19 positions and finish in fifth. Ben Dewberry, Rob Hottenbach will be hanging out with him. We got Nodge right behind him. And then we've got the closest battle of all of them. At the stripe, David got me for 9th. Good job, David. And then right back there, your pole sitter, McCuskey, finishing in 11th. AJ Benish, Sid Kashishian, Mike Corvu, all finishing behind that. We've got a ton of replays to show you, and we will get to those. And around and around and around. And around we go. Watch this. Up in the air, up on the nose, turns back and forth, disappears through it. Now, he lost a race in, I believe it was Iowa, because he blinked right at the line. This time might have actually saved him. He gets her collected back up, as does this small pack to come around and finish up the race. And, everybody else is pretty well wiped out, so on to victory with the 1 car. Here is the horror and torture from Joseph David. Looking out the back. And there he gets it from Corbu. Looks pretty safe. Oh, gets hits again by the 31. Boy, everybody was just in a real big hurry to get in that wreck. That little backward J-turn. Look at me go. I am ready to take off forward here. Looks like a junkyard in this joint. I'm going to check on out and get what I can get. Hobble this thing around. Man, I'll tell you what. That was awesome. Alright, I saved you the best one for last. This may be one of the only times I use the blimp cam, but man, it shows. I mean, come on. The 78 and the 98, look, I got through 33s through. That was actually me at the very end. We'll switch that because we're actually, we're coming around. We've still got green. This is actually going to be for 10th. Got some rolling around here. The 11 car of Fight and me, we're going to come around for it. Johnny did a little blinking. He's coming around. Roy's going to finish second. Kyle, Gary, Dustin Barton's going to get around him in one of the black Bullet mobiles. Hottenbach is going to be up here. We'll ferret out the running order, but here comes us three. This is McCuskey, who was leading this, and right now he is running in 11th. The fight there is 9th and 10th. This was one of the closest fights to the end, and it's the 96. It was playing no number dummy there, and the 11. It comes down and around that close, right at the line. That was a .12 to a .09. So, what was that, 0.03 of a second to the Coors Light car? The official ending of this, top 10, is actually going to come up here in a second, hopefully. Brugg shows as the winner over Roy Hyde, Kyle Racinko, Gary Sargent, Dustin Barton, the top 5. You'll see the rest of these. We're going to get some onboard replays lined up and get all these lined up and out and shoot these for the end here. But overall, season opener, there was Kyle. He did me dirty again, even in the closing credits. That wasn't very nice of him. So we will go back in. We will throw out some big crash scene monies and congratulate Johnny Brugg on a win at Daytona to open season 22 from the No Toad Racing League, the No Toad Racing Network. We're about to have a big old clip collage, and there's the 46. Remember what I said at the beginning. He does a spectacular Lightning McQueen impression. I will get the still picture up here for you in a second, and we will hit some replays. Hold on. Okay, here we are with Nick Biddy, and we will be playing with the slow-mo on this one too. Got a little bit of help. No, he don't have no help. He's got to try and block coming up. Oh, we've seen this before. Oh, no. Just thought I'd go slow motion with it. So everybody's going to just take their opportunity and smack him. He is up in the air. And that right there is what gives the shot of all shots that we will end this with. The Lightning McQueen hop. Which, of course, Lightning came down way better. I mean, Biddy obviously didn't stick the landing here by any stretch of the imagination. However, he got the Dawsonville pool room some much-needed TV time, and who doesn't appreciate him for that? And come to think of it, Dawsonville pool room, there's a lot of beer cars in this. I'm wondering if everybody was drunk by the end of this race, and that's what caused all this. But anyway, that was probably the best look at that wreck that we had, and it was amazing, and I will fight anybody that tells me that wasn't an awesome wreck.